I have never seen an intern been assigned for you to do this job. In none of the career guides are providing this in the market as far as I know. But next job is one and only, I guess, who is doing this. And that is an immense help for me. When the intern assigned and she started just getting the jobs for me and started the initial networking, I was like, oh my God, just bless her. She is doing my 8 hours job per day. This is the first time previously in my 14 years of career, I have never faced such situation where even after my last working day, I'm not getting a job. This is the very first time that I was facing. I had a 60 days notice period also, but still those 60 days were completely kind of where it went. I just don't know. In September first week I started, and you see how long it took this time. The main problem was I was not getting called. From September only I took the LinkedIn premium and the Naukri premium both. But still, maybe I was lacking how to utilize the LinkedIn premium. Naukri premium, I was like, I have gone through the details, was trying to connect with the HR. That was kind of working. But in the LinkedIn networking, that was one aspect that was completely zero for me till I joined the next job. And with very less calls and selective calls for this experience and onto a techno managerial or techno functional kind of role, there was less opportunity also in market. After March, I saw some of the openings are coming. Even after I update my Naukri resume very regularly, like most of them are like, it is a combination role, right? So I was getting either completely into solution architect, either completely into program management or the people management kind of roles, which I don't wanted to get into. Then the job search continued, and lot of things I learned with the next job curriculum. Actually, the course it's immensely defined, well defined, and very craftfully detailed things are there here. So each of the stages I have applied. Maybe I lacked on one thing that I lacked, like not done in next job steps. That is recording the mock interviews. Other than that, so that is on my bucket list still, and I will do that. Is something that it's a hope, no? When even after switching 6 companies in the past, and I've gone through the same situation 6 times in the career within 14 years, if you are facing some really hard hurdle that for 6 months not getting any job, then definitely there is something that I'm lacking, that I'm not up to the market in any areas. Technically you cannot say, because if I'm able to crack till 4 rounds 5 rounds of interview, it's like I'm able to crack the technical, and I have not missed any of the coding test till now. Wherever I have given the coding test, it's always 90% above. So cannot say on those areas. So what will I improve? Maybe the process, something I'm lacking, or maybe some strategy that is new in market, I need to be adaptive to it. Wanted to figure out that what is that missing point, and accordingly when I heard about next job, when I was on the call before deciding on to join that, it's more like I asked, what is your roadmap, what are the steps, because that's how I can analyze that, where I will be getting the help, where I'm lacking, which I'm not doing, and it will be doable by someone else, so they will at least guide me on doing that. So after I heard about the roadmap, it looked quite a bit 100% promising that it's okay, let's give it a try. This is my last chance. I took it in that way. And even I took the payment through flexi payment option, because at a time paying the entire amount also was difficult for me, because I was I was managing all the things, all the financial things. It was on me, even after having no salary in hand, but my expenses were not less. I still burden all the EMIs, everything, all, everything, including household, everything. So how will I manage? I was like kind of in a situation to withdraw the PF and utilize. And then I did that also. So in that situation, after that, this course, and then I just crossed my finger, just believed in God, just told whatever they say, I'm going to agree. Let's see. Let's just forget what I was trying. Let's just forget whatever I followed till date and follow only what they are saying. Then I was doing that only. It's 55 only, but still it is like if I compare from 45 to 55, it's good. But when I compare from 53 to 55, it's like a no hike. But still, at least I'm not looking for a job while being unemployed. That will be my status will change right now. And that was more important. Now, the financially, before I collapse, I have to get something. And that's why this first step is. And also, they have the probation period here, as I told, no? So that will help. Yeah, these, I think, Westlands is still lined up. The Deutsche, Lloyds, yeah, these three. Others I'm not calculating because this was like in 1 month, one kind of sapiens. That is like 1 month, one round. Uh, Benefit wise, in a service company, when they offer you something, some designation like associate director, it's actually commendable because from the responsibility wise, I'll get a lot of learning. So that is the positive thing. And also about Ecolite, I didn't get very much positive feedback. I talked to the colleagues who worked in Epolites previously working with me. They have not suggested like go ahead and join it. It's not a very happy thing. Epolite always do like with no or almost zero kind of hike they will try to provide, and it will be on an urgent basis, like what they did with me. The night 10:30 they called and saying tomorrow your will be your join. So that's the same they follow. In work-wise, it's like service-based company, right? So career growth-wise, it will be stagnant at one point, and I'm already in that stage. Like I'm seeing that if I'm not being into the product, forget about the salary, career growth will not happen. But only thing that was motivated is I will not have any link with Accolade other than just getting the paycheck. It's all in Morgan Stanley office. I'll be sitting and working with Morgan Stanley directly. So that is one thing that they also gave preference to me because I work with JPMC.
Yeah.
So that is one advantage that I got here.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like, okay, let's see what I can do. There is 2 lakh joining bonus. That's what they give. I tried to convince them instead of giving me a joining bonus, put that into the CTC. Make my fixed pay increase 2 lakhs. They're like, they also took 1 day time for fixing that. But then came back saying, no, we are also stretching. Actual budget was 45. Their CPO talked to me, their chief people manager. He only spoke to me yesterday. He said, see, we are actually stretching it from 45 to 55 just because client has clearly told us, no, the, you needed to be onboarded at the earliest, and that's the reason we came till this. So I told, see, I am coming from 70 to 55. So you are coming from 45 to 55, but I'm also coming from 70 to 55. That is too much for me, and it is almost the same salary. I might get less in hand in this scenario because that is a variable here. So, and I also put him into a question saying that what you would have been done in my situation. If someone is offering you this, then what will you say? He said, you are correct 100% at your point, and I am correct 100% in my point. So you take your call. So last night it was like they slept by 11 around with the last message with me. They might have 100% sure this girl will not join. Though I didn't say no, I was just saying okay. Yeah, it's okay. Whatever you have done, it's okay. Just that. I didn't say yes. I didn't say I will join. I have not accepted the offer. Morning, then I again like, just sent a mail as acceptance and then started with the onboarding. Those those all steps. Then got it. It is a tough journey, yes, but also by seeing the market condition, we cannot say that oh, if it is 7-8 years of experience, na, completely no problem.
Yes.
Even my colleagues or my friends, whoever I talk to in this journey for the referrals, right? Everyone shouted at me, why have you resigned? You should not have resigned from JPMC, whatever it is. I was like, no, I mean, how will I know that I ended up in an open job market that I have to look for another job at this situation? So then it was like, okay, let's try. Even in my previous company, I have very good rapport with the talent acquisition team, the HRs, the hiring team. So I talk to all of them because I was already always in all my previous organization, I was part of the hiring process. Will always be on the technical panel. So I had a good hold there. I talked to everyone in all my previous companies except JPMC. And they said we are actually not hiring. Even in JPMC also I tried, right? In the last from September to November within my last working day, I tried there also to uh, get an opening inside JPMC. Whichever location you give me, I'm okay, but just give me something on the same level. That's my only ask. But I was seeing from the last 3 quarters, not two, at least from three I was watching, there was no openings. Internal openings only was not there for VP. Forget about external hiring. It was not there.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, I know the market situation for experienced people, and I know how long people are even taking. If you get one interview call also, that is going to take you months of time, not weeks
Thank
to complete. Previously, it was not like that. It's like people have followed general interview structure. Like for a fresher also, they will be doing the coding test. For a 14, 15 years leadership role who has nothing to do with coding on that level, writing a Fibonacci series, you just imagine what kind of question are you giving? You put me into a scenario and then ask me to solve it. That's what I have
you.
faced
Right.
in my
Class 9 question.
yeah, like you just remove all the special characters from a string. These kind of questions I have solved in the coding round. You see, you will laugh at it. I'm like, what is happening? Why are you? At the last, I never asked, but I really felt like asking them, are you really expecting me to do this in your organization? No, right? Then why are you even asking? There are some interviews where very less experience, juniors like 5, 6 years experience guy has taken my interview. What can you expect there? There is a set of questions in front of them, and they will be asking from that only, and they will be expecting the answer also, which is written over there. You cannot match that, right? Like the question of what is a singleton class will vary for a 2-year experience, for a 5-year experience, and for a 14-year experience. Right? But how can I justify that? I'll not be able to. So I was like, okay, let's just try. Let's just try and leave, forget everything else. Even for me, like whatever the networking we did, right? It was, I cannot say that it is working very much because people agreed. At some point, people agreed to go on to the referral. They uploaded the profile or send it to the HR, and after follow up, they might have followed up also with the HR. And I connected with some of the people over WhatsApp and call. Even after that, what happens now in all companies, they don't actually give a preference to the referral candidates or the referral profiles. Like in JPMC, if you refer someone, they will maybe at least They will just, after interviewing everyone, they will go to that profile. But in Mindtree, they rely on referral. So it varies from company to company also. See, I will tell you the heavy what I use from NxtJob is the learning process, going it step by step, all the doing the SWOT analysis, preparing the resume perfectly. So I know from there I started from writing the resume. So then it is like you know what is written in your resume word by word. I know what is there in my resume line by line. I can just flash out my experience of 14 years whenever I'm seeing at my resume. So while explaining also that impacts this thing. After that, heavily I use the ChatGPT. Previously, I have used that mostly for the technical stuff, but I never knew that it's such an amazing tool after I integrated and then was using the AI tools. It was like, okay, I'm over the moon. It's like whatever I was doing in 2 hours, I'm doing it in 20 minutes. Exactly the same ratio that I'm telling you. Initially, I even marked because I was spending that long time. It was job search is a full-time job, right? So I was doing that all by myself. But when I started using the AI, NxtJob AI, it's it's oh my god, it's something a different level. Just tell me how much it gave me the time to actually prepare for the interview rather than wasting my time on just applying. Do a ATS score search that will be in online in any of the portals, whatever I am getting, and then figure out from LinkedIn if anyone is hiring for that, or in a Naukri to figure out if hiring manager details are there. Then you send a mail, and that mail was like, yes, that was also what I was writing was also professional. But once I use the ChatGPT of NextAI, it's like you already have a pre-built template. No need to put your head. I just do copy paste in the ChatGPT and do a copy paste in the mail or the messages in LinkedIn. Done. I was happy like something else. Like 8 hours job was done in 1.5 hour, 2 hour maximum.
Yeah.
I spent so all my timing, focus timing went more onto the interview preparation. Now I tried with my husband's account. I logged into ChatGPT with my husband's account and I pasted the same questions I'm asking here and there with 2 laptops or 2 phones. And you know, the answer differs. And I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted. It's definitely helps actually, whatever learning I got, it's for a lifetime. This is not the first program I'm telling you that I have enrolled for. In the time of COVID, I was running out of I had a 90 days notice period in Mindtree that time. And it was a notice from the HR. So I have no choice to stay back because the entire account for Marriott client, 500 plus people has got fired on a single day. That's what happened. The entire account got closed. Where will I go? I was the tech lead that time, where I belong. So these 90 days were like hell. First 45 days I was struggling like anything. Then I saw another one that time. Nextdoor was definitely not there. I saw some other person's guidance on this job search thing. So I enrolled for that. It was very less cost also that time. Whatever the structure I got there, it helped for that time. But that's the same thing when I applied now, it didn't help me. So this is the most like updated version. Yeah, the strategy changes time to time in the market, right? That we all have to agree there. What would have worked for me in last 2 years is not working for me right now. But I followed everything step by step. Then like then the difference what I see here in this learning is it's more practical. You cannot say that it has worked today and it will not work after 5 years. Might be there will be strategically change might be there, but it's not like completely gone out of the market. It's for a lifetime. I know now how to prepare my resume, how to do my SWOT analysis, how to prepare the card statements. I know how to put all my like positive things into the resume or to the market, how to sell myself. This is for lifetime, right?
Yeah.
And also the other steps like coordinating, networking, and most importantly, like how to network, not a simple networking, but networking in a right way. So these are the life lessons I will
Definitely.
carry with me forever. It's not something that just for these 2 months, 3 months I followed. It's like anytime you do, you will hit on this, will rely on this only. What my expectation was in one point actually, I had one expectation that other than my regular networking through Naukri and LinkedIn, if there is a way that you guys will have a connect with the job consultancy, like it's not like a you are doing a outsourcing, no, not like that. At least you have the connects with them so that my resume is reaching to them directly. In that way, what happens, no, other than because what worked for me finally is from the network of Naukri. This call was from the call it was from the Naukri only. They got the option and then they contacted me. I contacted the hiring team from Naukri direct mail and through there it started. So what my expectation was one point that if there is a hidden job market from the consultancy or the agency kind of people, that will really help at least, I mean, I can say for the higher experienced people, 15 years, 20 years, more than that, that will really help because we know the job, those kind of jobs will be one in a organization. And you are going to tap it through a referral or by applying onto the career site rather than if one consultancy or the recruiting agency forwarding them to there, it's more impactful, right? So that's something I was expecting on the hidden job market. Yet definitely with this resume, like after all the analysis and putting all the combined effort into the resume, when I do the ATS score, it's I'm not putting so much effort after creating my primary resume. Maybe there will be wording changes and it is coming up to 50% because of that. Sometimes 35%, 50%. But even then, it doesn't take me so much time to edit it because mostly there will be like, for example, I'll tell you in the JD, it's being mentioned as best practices, and in my resume, I have the best coding practices. Or somewhere it's written as an architecting, and I have written in my resume as architecture. It's like a designing and I have it as designed. So those kind of things only I needed to edit it. And that was very less effort than compared to what I was doing initially. At one platform, I get everything already being combined. You go, you check on the network, you do the job search, check on the networking part, check the interview preparation, all the questionnaires, and then also on the forum, if I go, there are so many questions, there are so many sample analysis documents, everything are there. So I will say this resume and ATS score that is really spot on for me. It's the most practical one. I'll not say easy to implement. See, when you are not putting your effort, then it will come to as a difficult. But even after putting effort, there are some things that comes as a non-implementable things. You cannot implement them in all the areas. But here, all steps, whatever is mentioned in the course, everything is very much practical and highly implementable. You just need to put that thought. You need to just put that effort to make it done. That's it.
Yes.
So it's
And
the most practical and detailed. Step by step, it is there. It's not like if what would have happened, what if you would have just created a resume for me out of my experience and expertise? And what makes sense here that I did all the analysis and I have prepared my resume. Now I know, as I was saying, now I know word by word what is written in my resume. Now it's just a flashback in front of my eyes when I'm reading my resume that yes, boss, this is what I am. See the achievements we forget, no small to big. We forget usually. You don't count over after a certain years. Initially 1, 2 years we'll be happy, yay, I got this, I got this. But after that it's like it's okay, no, sometime I got this. But this is reminded me, no, no, no. I have not slept. I actually achieved and this is the time to showcase it. Yeah, so even if I have not posted anything on the mock interview, but as I told from the chat GPT, I was heavily using it. So all the like possible questions or related questions based on the organization, I was trying to get it. All the technical and functional both. So in technical, I found the way of writing the answer, the way of saying the answer from this next job chat GPT only. Maybe I was telling it the correct one, but not with a 100% impactful one. But this gives me an answer what is correct plus impactful. So that was something that I learned from here. It's not always that you know how to do it. It's also how you present that you have done it. Right. So that's what matters a lot. I have never seen an intern been assigned for you to do this job. In none of the career guides are providing this in the market as far as I know. But next job is one and only, I guess, who is doing this. And that is an immense help for me. When the intern assigned and she started just getting the jobs for me and started the initial networking, I was like, oh my God, just bless her. She is doing my 8 hours job per day. I'm like, okay, God bless her. She actually done a very good job in the networking, figuring out the jobs. Initially, I have to tell her that no, this is the number of experience and this is the thing that you need to look for specifically, even other than the keywords to include and to not to include the keywords other than those stuff. And at some point, she gets very frustrated initially, saying that what I'm doing wrong, Monalisa. One day she asked me, I was like, I am jobless from last 6 months. She is asking me what she is doing wrong. I was like, okay, cool down. No, no, you are not doing anything wrong. We will get a job, don't worry. You will probably find that chat also in my group. I was like, no, don't worry, I'll get a job. It's just that we need to be more focused. That's it. Whatever, you are not doing anything wrong. Just do as it is. There are less jobs, I know. There are less jobs being picked, I know. There are less profiles being coming out of the ITS or coming out of the actual interview process falling under that. But it's okay, no? We will keep trying. You don't worry. I was telling her, you don't worry. We will get a job. I'll tell you the very basic one. You might feel like a basic one, but the wow moment was my first primary resume. When I got a 95 score, I was like, awesome. I never got a 95 ATS score out of my primary resume. That was really a wow moment for me, but that was heavily use of ChatGPT and all the SWOT analysis, car statements, like everything from NxtJob. I'm going to recommend. It's like yeah, it's not that I was jobless. People knew that I was jobless. So they are also following up with me saying that how are you doing it? I have enrolled for the course for the product management at the same time. So that was also going on till last month. All those classes and all the submissions, projects, it's completely hands-on, 100% hands-on. So there also I have to put my efforts. There also I was doing the things. But when it comes to a job search, it's actually your dedication, effort, definitely the number one point, but also the push what we are getting, right? And next job has the right thing to push for, all the strategy being aligned. It's not just the motivation, it's the steps to follow. And this is not at all one time. So I I told everyone, all of my friends knew that I have enrolled for such courses.